My name's Ian, CEO and co-founder of Technology Transformation Group, or you can call us TTG for short. Today, I'm going to explain to you how we can help you overcome your IT frustrations, challenges, any anxiety that you've got caused by your tech. But if you're happy with your IT, great, no problem, no need to hear any more about this video. However, if you do have a problem and you do need to call, a little bit like the A-team, okay, so you get the idea. So in this video, let's talk about what some of those issues and challenges are that you might be facing that's leading to your frustration. Again, if after hearing those issues, they don't apply to you, okay, you get the idea, no more hearing about the video. But if they do, then please, all we ask is you share your problem and challenge, and we will give you our free advisory service, which is designed to help you overcome those issues. So let's have a quick overview now of why I formed TTG. So here's my co-founder, Tej. We've worked together for the best part of 20 years, where we blend the art of the possible with technical wizardry. We're based in the UK and over in India to give us the scale and capacity that we need. And we have a pedigree of delivering complex digital transformations for small and large organisations. Often we all have challenging deadlines, huge business pressures and vigorous requirements, but we get our buzz when we realise and ease your frustration, enabling you to succeed, empowering your staff, delivering improved services, unlocking that true business potential. So we formed back in November 2019. And it was out of our frustration. Yeah, we were really frustrated. I was frustrated. Where we could see suppliers doing piecemeal solutions that were not in your best interest is what made sense for them. Often we saw this is not in scope, or let's change those things. You failed to realise the benefit. And what then happened was that everyone then got really frustrated. Phase 2 was never really understood. And we all know it never really happened. Or we see outsourced providers start off really well, but end really badly, locking you into really bad one-sided contracts, painful to change and expensive to exit, making everyone's life a misery. There's no need for this. There's a different way. So let's now unpack what some of these frustrations are that you might be experiencing today with a view to us helping you. So to help provide you with the best IT support, let's identify what are your frustrations and issues. Today, you'll have a blend of technology and business challenges that are often interlinked. Let's start off with some of the technical issues first. So, you may have an old aging platform that's been in your organisation for years. It just works. However, you cannot ignore it anymore. Usually we see two major issues. The first is not enabling your business going forward. You've got poor performance, it's challenging to change, things are starting to break. You need business agility and flexibility, which these platforms are just not designed to do. The second is around cybersecurity, which is often the catalyst for you having to change. This occurs due to security patches that need to be applied, that break the system. You've then got a choice to make. You either don't apply them and run the risk of a cyber incident in your business, or you have to come up with some convoluted, complex fixes just to keep the platform going. Your frustration here is there's little appetite to change, but they can no longer be ignored. Second type of issue we find is complex business process. Again, often as a result of the old aging platforms, they weren't designed to do those things. They need to change, they need to adapt. So we then get into the realm of testing. Testing then becomes immense. Because of the complex processes, there's a lot of fear that something is going to break. Your frustration is extremely slow to change, high risk of failure, and the opportunities you need in your business are missed. The third, there's no single view of anything, which is usually down to our good old friend Excel. It's that application that stitches everything together. It's costing you huge amounts of money since it's now become part of the daily staff routine, costing you time. And if you want to scale your business, the only way to do this is to hire more staff. The challenge with Excel is it's off system. It's easy to make mistakes. The version is no single view of the truth. With data and insight critical for businesses to make future decisions, siloed Excel exacerbates and makes things more difficult to achieve. The frustration here is with no standardization, poor decision making, your profitability gets hit, and often, hiring staff to manage increases in demand is difficult. Next one is around delayed delivery of projects, since you're missing those skills and capabilities required to deliver significant change. Often, we will see teams doing the same day job as they would do trying to deliver projects. Plus, they've got some of these changes they're trying to achieve are massive, but the teams have never done them before. So, Due to the nature of the business as usual, this is never going to happen on time or on budget. So the frustration here is you get confidence in your IT team, staff morale plummets, and your execs are more likely to get frustrated, which leads to complexity, data, and potentially future security headaches. The next, no strategy or plan. You need to have a tangible end goal of where you want to be and what's going to be collectively agreed. All your platforms and devices are interconnected. The frustration is that your benefits will never be realised and the business goals are not met. Project costs will often increase because it's assumed this project is picking these things up or this interdependencies was mapped, and because they haven't been done, it's going to cost you additional money. Your IT costs are increasing just to keep the status quo and keeping things up to date and on track. Higher costs mean lower profits to invest in your business, which makes it even harder to change anything. The frustration here with lots of issues, no plan, no strategy, the legacy IT, complex processes. You're spending lots of money just to stay still, not investing in your business for the future growth. So all of this leads to customer and staff frustration. But that's not the end of it. You've got the business challenges that are forcing you to change and adapt. So let's have a look at what these ones are highlighted in blue. First, new regulation. You may be regulated by Ofqual, Ofsted, CQC, Brexit regulations, and if you've got old technology and complex processes, how are you going to react to them? Often we see regulation become more onerous, forcing you to change. The frustration here is that these things are not easy to achieve, with old tech and complex processes hampering you. The next one, you may have outsourced your IT for good, valid reasons, in the past. However, you now have a poor managed services provider. Most of the time they're not looking to the future, but they're just to keep you there up and running. However, your technology needs constantly change and adapt. Let's look at Microsoft for example. The amount of innovation they're recently bringing in, if you've outsourced this to a partner and they don't understand your business, there's a lot of opportunities wasted that you're missing out on. The frustration is that your technology is not being kept up to date. It will gradually get left behind, support will become higher, and your staff will become less productive and more reactive. Disjointed customer experiences, usually caused by complex processes and good old Excel stitching things together. Your customers expect self-service, personalised experience, not forms, not waiting, not having to join. They want everything now and at a touch of a button. The frustration is that your customers are your biggest advocates. If they feel frustrated by their poor experience, it's going to impact your finances. And then connected to this is a poor website. Often we see for some organisation it's not been that important in the past. However, it's now old, it's not secure, and it's performing poorly. And you're not able to change and adapt it to your business needs. But now you need it more than ever. The frustration here is that you need to change your website, but it's slow and cumbersome. How much does it change to cost? How much is it going to cost to do those things? The issue is more than just the website. It's been heavily customized. It's now got lots of business logic that's been put in place. So to now change your website, you now have to change your business processes and your business logic. Again, if it's not been connected up, it's not easy to do, and it also becomes very costly and very expensive. High operational failure with lots of administration, complex processes, old tech, the good old Excel thing, stitching everything together. Servicing your customers takes a lot of manual effort and leads to mistakes. The frustration here is that rather than focus on growing your business, you're constantly defending your brand and reputation and making excuses for your operational failure. The sixth is the poor intranet. Office 365. It's all about collaboration and knowing what's going on, especially the new hybrid working. How do we connect with staff? How do we make it easy for them to find documents, to share information? Microsoft provides you with all those tools, but do you know how to best use them? Teams, SharePoint, OneDrive, file shares. It can all turn into a bit of a mess unless you really understand how to use them consistently and effectively. And the frustration with all of this Microsoft technology, it should be helping your staff, improving sharing and collaboration, not being a barrier to how you work. Transformation fatigue, especially when you have no strategy or plan in place. What are you looking to achieve? Often companies will give up. They've been doing it for a lot of time and it's spent lots of money. However, there's been no end in sight. So they decide to pause, stop and review. So for all the good reasons of why they needed to do that transformation, it's too big a task. The frustration is that you have the same issues you had when you began the transformation still exist today. However, now there's no appetite or leadership to implement the change. And there's also a high degree of perceived failure. You may want to expand your business. You've got a great opportunities to take on new customers and provide them with new improved services. However, this was based on you improving your tech, improving efficiencies to increase the volume, improving that customer experience. The frustration here is you're not able to expand your business since you failed to deliver the transformational changes that you needed to power them. And then connected to this is delayed products or services. Often without getting your core platforms in place, removing that old technology, it's complex and it's really challenging to put in. Also, a lot of the other things around the features, the functions, security challenges will then occur. The challenge here is that frustration is that your business plans haven't been realised. And finally, you're missing sales because all of the above. So if you're experiencing any of these issues or challenges and you need some help, now let's continue with the video where we'll talk about how our free IT advisory assessment is going to help solve any of these issues and challenges that you face today. To help us understand how we can help you, let's start with what is your business problem, the challenge that's frustrating you caused by your technology. So typically we find that customers will fall into one of these or several of these types of issues. First, do you need any help with transforming your strategy or service? Is your challenge you don't know what you don't know, but you have an idea of what you need, but you don't know how to achieve it? We'll work with you to help define what your requirements are and what do you need to do to actually realise your goal or strategy. Second could be around transforming the experience. Is your challenge around your website's not generating enough traffic? It's old, it's difficult to update, sharing on social media is now more challenging, or your customers demanding improved self-service and membership personalised type experience? We'll work with you to define what are your options and choices on this. Or third, is it around looking at the transforming your platform or services? Is your challenges that you need an app that enable business agility and flexibility, streamlining all those touch points, integrating this into your old legacy technology, enabling your staff and improving your customer experience? Or is your challenge more around your infrastructure? It's on premise, you've got complicated networking, how do we now connect to the cloud? How do we move our applications and make sure they're performant with the desktop of how we're using and consuming these things? So what we will do is we'll then help you look at what's the cost of moving from on-premise into Azure, enabling DR, backups and security. Or fourth, is your challenge around looking at the workplace type of services? Do you have lots of Microsoft tech falling behind a bit and you don't know how to improve it? Or you've not quite modernised and you're not sure how to get the most out of it? We'll help you understand the art of the possible, including Microsoft licenses. And finally, is your challenge more around your MSPs not delivering for you? Your staff not happy with the service, it's painfully slow and everything is now becoming chargeable. We can help give you the options and assess what it is you can do in this place. So as part of the free advisory service, we're going to understand more about the issues and challenges that you've got. We're going to give you some immediate advice to really help you in terms of what are the things that you can do to going forward. And also for all the services that we offer, we've got how-to guides, which we'll go through. This is the guide of how you can go about improving those things. And this is something that we will share with you. We will talk through with those things. Of course, we'd love to then implement and use that framework, but we're going to give this to you free of charge to really help you with your challenge and your frustration. So at the end of the day, we want you feeling less frustrated, less anxious, and we want to put that smile back on your face as your IT trusted partner. What better way of explaining what we've done and how we've done things by the customer testimonials and reviews that we get from all our customers. On average, we get 9.5 out of 10. Well, we've helped them overcome their challenges and frustrations. As their IT partner, we've delivered IT strategies, really understanding the complexities and the challenges that face their business. But most importantly, how can we craft those projects, programs, interdependencies and realize that success? We've delivered MSP transformations, moving from on-premise to the cloud, the networking, the infrastructure, the Office 365, the desktops, improving staff productivity. But whilst we're doing that, we're saving you time, effort and money whilst improving service. We've created the website strategy, looking at how to create personalized experiences and again, managing those things going forward. Similarly with intranet modernisation, really helping connect your front office and back office staff. We've generated over £3 million in savings, helping those organisations choose the right technology platform and most importantly, the partners. We've built an award-winning logistics application that solved the Brexit conundrum, automating the supply chain of Spain to UK, implementing machine learning, AI, and all those good things you'd expect to automate a very complex process. And now we're building a education application where we're now saving over 30% of the administration burden, which is going to mean two things: more time spent teaching the disabled children, proving the learning outcomes, and helping get the funding secured for those charities to keep them going forward. So, our customers are our biggest advocates, and we were proud of everything that we've done for them. So please, get in touch with us. They say a problem shared is a problem doubled or a problem halved. Let us know what your problem challenge is, and we'll give you that free advice and free support. At the end of the day, we're here to help overcome any challenge or any frustration that you may have. Thank you for listening to this video.